So have you got a Game Boy? Yeah, I've got a Game Boy. It's really cool. But I got something better than a Game Boy. Check this out. I've got a Vieco. I got a Vieco. What the hell's a Vieco? I hear you ask. A Vieco is not a Game Boy. So it is a games console, handheld games console with a controller that has the battery, and you grab a game. So we've got car racing or helicopter attack, and the cartridge / screen slots onto there, and then you go and play it. It's really cool. It's an LCD screen. I don't know whether this works particularly. I think on the listing it did say that the something is snapped off in the battery compartment, so that doesn't bode well. So anyway, it's I've got car racing, helicopter attack in a lovely blue. In yellow, we've got a Galaxy Patrol and UFO. In pink, we've got horsemanship and polo. In orange, we have karate and what's that? Fatal attack. And in luminous green, we've got a hurdle race and relay race. Cool. So I think get the picture. This is like, well, it's like Game & Watch kind of things. Hopefully you can see that. So Game & Watch, LCD overlays, no backlight presumably. Yeah, so let's take a look. I had a look earlier on. Let me put my glasses on. I had a quick look, and it takes one, I think it's an LR93 or something, cell, whatever it is, LR44 cell, and that kind of worked. But I think what they meant was that this bit here, which is completely gone, it's on the floor. This battery compartment thing has a tag there, but also should have a tag there, and that's what holds it in. It's weird because there's a slot for 2 batteries, but if you can see inside there, I'm not sure whether you can, there's only the right hand one is actually populated with anything metallic. So when you push that in, I think you've got to actually push and hold it in for it to work. So I did get it to flash up once. So let's take car racing and helicopter attack and turn this over. We put that on there. It's really rather precarious and flimsy looking. And if I stuff my finger up there, it does start up. You see that? Oh, hang on. There you go. It does start up. So there's something going on there, which is really cool. But obviously that's not playable because you can't keep your finger around the back and it's all a bit naff. So, hey, it's got sound. Cool. So I'm going to have to try and fix that. I'm thinking maybe I just stuff something in there for the time being. A bit of foam or something like that which has the same depth as that thing. And that might work. So yeah, let's do that first and see if we can play a game. So we've got on-off button there and a sound button there. On the back, what I've done is stuff some paper in there. Not great, but it works. Move round that way, and that has your position. So you've got like 3 positions, 2 positions. You've got to get the gates, have you? You have to go and get the gates. Okay. So I'm driving. Oh, I forgot. What? Is that a person? What the hell is going on? Okay, that makes absolutely no sense. Right, okay, so... Game over. Any idea what happened? So that's first game. How do you get oh, that's sound on and off. That's off. First game. First game, second game. Alright, okay. So second game is helicopter attack. What the hell? Oh, there's a helicopter. I've got to get the motorbike. What the heck is going on? What the heck? No way! What is it? Hang on, is the sound off? Oh, I put the sound off by mistake. Right, okay, so that's killed me. So I've got to avoid the helicopter. But there's a bike there. Have I got to crash into the bike? Bit harsh. Oh. Oh, I got the bike. Whoa. Oh, whoa, that was close. Get the bike. Hey. Oh, that was close. So, yeah. So the left one does... So left and right do sort of move left and right, but I've got... Oh, that's so difficult. I've got 400 points, though. Fair play. I'm not quite sure what I was doing. Oh, 400 points again. That's the sweet spot. Right, I know you're itching to play another game, aren't you? So what we're going to play? Let's play Galaxy Patrol. So this comes off in a rather precarious and horrible way. Not very positive. This one slides back on. Oh, God. Okay, here we go. Galaxy Patrol. Engage! I don't believe it. Is it exactly the same game? Just with different LCDs? Exactly the same rather rubbish game. I don't even know what I'm supposed to be doing. What am I supposed to be doing? Do I get that? Oh, that gets me. That's a shark. Right, let's turn that off and go to... That's the second game. That's actually UFO. That's the first game. Right, okay. Right, let's start that. This is Galaxy Patrol. I'm getting loads of points. Quite know what I'm doing, but... What the heck? Oh, sharks. Go left. Aye. Game over. 1,320 points. That is bizarre. Okay, so that is... What was that? Galaxy Patrol. So in car racing, Galaxy Patrol, helicopter attack. Let's try karate. Now, the tension mounts. I suspect it's going to be the same. Oh, wow. Well, nicer background. You know what? This one actually makes a bit more sense. And I've got to be careful. Ah, it's that bit there that gets you. Shurikens come in. Throwing stars come in and get you. So you've got to get the stuff. But how the hell do you know where that is? Oh, it comes in when you're not. So that's kind of good. Oi! But it wasn't even there. 780 points. Well, so that is the Vieco. There's obviously been some effort put into this to a degree, but was it worth it? I don't know. I've got to see what fatal attack is. Let's go to... Oops. Second game. Fatal attack. Oi, 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 oi. Oh, what the hell happened there? I'm getting absolutely rinsed. Gotcha. Hoi! Ah! Right. Okay. So that's probably it. Okay. I think I know the answer to this question anyway. What? Okay. So let's just back up a sec. So what I was curious about is to know how this stuff is put together, how it's built, how it's manufactured, how it's designed. I had a feeling it was well, there's one of three possibilities. So either this was just a display, or it was a display which had some kind of code, some combination of pins or whatever on this header to say, you know, I am game 3, and all the logic is inside here for game 3 and game 1 and game 10. Or it was there was some kind of ROM inside there, but I mean that was very far-fetched given that this is just an LCD. But I did hope that perhaps the games were different, but they're not. They're actually exactly the same game mechanic, which is kind of hilarious, also a little disappointing. It is what it is, but I was curious to know how it's put together. So I'm going to take horsemanship / polo. Horsemanship / polo. God, that would be a game. That might actually be interesting. If we undo it here, then we can have a look. I suspect I know how this is constructed. Yeah. Right, so you can see on the back here, that's the connector. It's very thin. That's the connector, and let's have a look. So all of the connections there go to that strip, which goes onto the LCD panel. So let's take that off. Right, okay, so this bit is just a connector of some kind. So that sticks in and provides a continuity. So the next layer is a diffuser of some kind. That's what that's on there for. Then you've got this thing. What's this thing? Ah, that's the background. Cool. That's interesting. And then you've got. I see. Okay. Ah, so this is a conductive strip. So just basically a bunch of wires in sort of a rubberized thingy. Then you've got the LCD panel. So you can see here you've got the, I'm not sure how visible that is, all the contacts there for the LCD, for the panel, and the LCD bits are embedded in there. So that looks clear, but I would imagine that this, and that's the final bit. So this is polarized, and I don't think you can actually see much. No, you can't really see much. So it would need some current to go through there to make it illuminate. So you've got that bit and that sandwiched together with the strip, the connection strip. I'll leave that down there. Then you've got the background, which goes over the top of there. I don't know why that's on there. That's seems a bit redundant because there's nothing shining through there. And you've got this bit making contact with the strip for the LCD. So it's like a sandwich. So I guess what you could do is the images for the LCD parts. So this would have what was it again? Show jumping, polo, things like that. Yeah, horsemanship and polo. They'd have little horses and all that sort of stuff in there. You could, in theory, change the background. So this background here shows like an arena and a thing with trees and all the rest of it. So you could, in theory, you could print your own one. I might do that just for a laugh, and make it a bit different. And you could put that in there. This seems quite shiny, but I think that's just the aesthetic. It could be anything really. So this Galaxy one has like moons and that sort of stuff. So it could be anything really. Yeah, cool. I mean, it's a bit naff. I'm not going to lie to you. It's disappointingly naff, but it was essentially £1. So there you go. So let's try and reassemble this and see if it still works. So the position of that is defined by that bezel. Hopefully, otherwise things are going to go wrong. And we've got to get that in the right way. So this bigger pad goes at the bottom. I wonder whether. Well, let's do that another time. I might see if I can do a custom background for one of these, but let's see whether this actually works yet. Whether I've actually broken it. So that goes in there. That goes there. Right. Okay. And there are some screw holes to locate it. So once you locate that in there, I think that locks everything in place. Hopefully the right place on the LCD. Let's get those screwed in. The back of the case has okay, yeah. Let me show you. So the back of the case has a hole in the middle there, so that middle one goes through from the back of the case, but the other ones, the other main 4 screws, which is probably all you need actually, they're hidden inside the case. So let's just do that up. Right. Okay. I think this is missing a screw. This is typical for me. I think this did go missing. Yep, don't know where that's gone. Okay, that's missing a screw. Let's see whether this works. Having taken it to pieces, I guess one of the main things is to make sure that that's around the right way, because that's probably easy to put on the wrong way. So that in there you've got this locator strip there, which actually, you know, I mean it's naff, but it's quite positive the way it does it. Okay, we got horses. Let me show you. Like all the horses. Yeah, I think some of the LCD, it hasn't really worked that well. Look, it would need some adjustment. Maybe it's not making contact, or things have got a bit dirty. So that's something that I'd have to have a look at. All right, okay, so that's that. I can't help myself. I'm going to have a quick look inside. Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, it's alive. I can't not. I need another opportunity to lose some more screws. I don't think there's going to be much to see in here, but I just couldn't. I can't help myself. Whoa, it's alive again. Stop it. Would you stop doing that? So yeah, that is interesting, because look, I bet you if I did that actually. Oh, this actually stopped working now. There we go. I bet you it's still working, even with no screen. It is like the ultimate Game Boy challenge. How can you play with no screen at all? You have no idea where it's going. So yeah, this obviously has no logic there to know whether this is attached. Yeah, it ain't great. Right, let's see if we can open this up. I probably need to open the battery compartment as well. And you'll see my paper stuffed in there to do that. But it worked. Oh, actual circuit board, look at that. Okay, so it's piezoelectric buzzer for the sound there. And there's little spring-loaded things to make contact with that. Just move that. God, this is old school ribbon cable. Look how retro that is. Extraordinary. Okay, so there's not much to see there. I would suggest, so under there's going to be like a blob, which will be the IC. It might not even be on there. It might actually be on the board behind, but we'll see. Yeah, there we go. So that's the connector for the buttons. That's the blob, which is basically the whole Game & Watch in there. And there's a little capacitor there, smoothing capacitor, resistor there for some reason. What else? And there's a little transistor or something like that. I'm not sure what it is. Who knows? It's very basic. There's not much going on there at all. But yeah, so this is how you make something where you pretend you've got cartridges when it's actually complete hogwash. Yeah, you've got cartridges, but they're exactly the same. Imagine you sold Super Mario, for example, right? Super Mario cartridge, and then what you did is you had exactly the same cartridge but with different graphics and different colours. Ostensibly a different game, but all you'd done is change the position and the style of the sprites. Everything else was the same. I mean, it's a crap analogy because Mario is actually pretty cool, but if it was something like, I don't know, Super Bomberman, which is quite like a 2D plan view thing, all you've done is change the position of the sprites, change the sprites. The sound is the same, the game mechanics are the same. I think you'd feel a bit cheated, but then this was probably a cheap, nasty stocking filler, and there you go. So I wonder what to do with it now. I feel I want to do things to it. I'm not sure what. I feel I want to have a go at making a custom background. So I think I might try that. And yeah, and that will be unique. There's not much else you can do. It's weird because I have seen these LCD panels elsewhere. I wonder if that's a fairly common thing. But they're all going to be custom, aren't they, I suppose. So there we go. This is the Vieco 2 games in 1 Series D. Cool.